If you've ever wondered where to start from as a beginner starting, boarding, aspiring event host, this video would save you months of confusion. If I were starting event hosting from the scratch in 2026, no portfolio, no big Instagram followings, no network, this is exactly what I'm going to do to begin to get event hosting gigs. And guess what? The last point is what most beginner event hosts completely overlook. So now let's get right into it. Firstly, I would understand what event hosting is about. See, event hosting is not just talk. It is beyond holding a mic. It is communication, people management, time management, and professional service. So you have to really understand what event hosting is about and differentiate between MCs, hosts, moderators, and facilitators. Understand the different types of events there is: corporate events, social events, informal events, formal events. Just know all of these types of events so that you can decide for yourself what it is you want to specialize in. So you can start out doing all of these types of events to find what really connects with you. So you have to go on that journey. But firstly, first and foremost, understand for yourself what event hosting is all about. Secondly, I would work on my speaking before chasing bookings. Clock it. Anyways, what this means is that you need to communicate well. You need to learn the basics of communications. There are principles to communications, professional communications, as it were. So you cannot go to an event and begin to misyan just because the microphone is in your hand. You really have to understand what communication is all about. Learn how to speak properly, learn how to communicate better by reading books, listening to podcasts, attending events, to watch other people who are professionals at communication handle their stuff. That's what I'm going to do. This includes clarity of speech, body language, voice control, pacing, diction, learning how to read the room, and practicing introductions, transitions, and crowd engagement. Please, you don't listen now say event hosting is just beyond holding mic. This next point is very close to my heart, and it is choosing the types of events you want to be known for. Like you can already hear, I'm speaking Spanish now, only really English as I really talk. And then I noticed that I've been in the West for a very long time, anchoring or hosting weddings, especially traditional weddings, like wedding ceremonies between different tribes. You would need to know how to speak the language, or better still, have an idea of how the intonation of the language sounds and all that stuff. And there's a lot of energy required to do like a wedding reception. I think I tried it just once and it wasn't working for me. So I stayed on corporate events, where I'd get to speak English, articulate my words properly, and all that good stuff. Although now I'm desiring to be more, jovial and more bubbly whenever I'm hosting, because I'm very, very serious and very, very formal. But you just have to understand what kind of event works better for you. There are event hosts that they specialize in wedding events. People like Tommy the Car, people like MC Relax. They have plenty energy, a lot of energy. And you know that if you are that kind of person who loves energetic stuff, then wedding events is something you can do and excel at. But if you are the prim, proper, put together kind of person, then corporate events is most likely something that you're going to, be good at. So over time, it just helped me discover that it's corporate events that I want to do. So you want to know for yourself what type of event you really want to be known. The next point is I will build a simple but professional personal brand. I wish I knew this from the get go. And this goes as far as what your bio says on Instagram, right? I'm using Instagram as a case in point because that's a platform that is for corporate events hosts. Mostly, people are now beginning to use TikTok and whatnot, but Instagram is the major. So for this conversation, I'll be talking about Instagram. My bio is really going to reflect my personal brand as a corporate event host, and I would, take people along behind the scenes of working experiences, arrival, and all that good stuff, and anything I actually want to share, but in line with my personal brand. Especially if you're somebody who is multi talented, multi-dimensional, you know how to do multiple things, and you don't want to feel boxed. Yes, you can make all of them work together as one with your personal brand. And that's something that I've been doing. I love fashion. I love dressing up, looking nice, looking good. I'm beginning to infuse that in my hosting style and in my personal brand. And it's also in my bio that I'm a fashion girly because I also look forward to working with fashion brands and stuff. So you want to pay attention to the kind of perception you make people have of you due to the kind of content you put out and how you show up via your social media platform. And personal branding is one of the major reasons brands are going to reach out to you to work with you because they trust you. There's proof of work. Now, it's not just about the followings or the likes, right? There are people in your circle, people who know you, people who are seeing your work, no matter how few or no matter how few your likes are or the engagements are. It's all about community and being intentional about what you're working with. Consistency is how you get ahead in life and with personal branding as a content person, as a media person, doing content, using content to showcase the quality of work that you do. You get my point? The next thing is I will create proof of work before waiting for big clients. So most of the times you will be asking yourself, you're just starting out. So what can be your proof of work? Because I mean, you've not had so many events, you're handling and all that stuff. Your proof of work are video demos of things that you have done before now. So you want to pay attention to documenting your work experience. Anytime you're going for an event, do not totally bank on the event to give you videos and pictures of your work. Go with somebody who can help shoot content for you. Make videos while you're working. Take pictures while you're working, while you're saying hello to the event organizer, engaging with the audience. The time that the audience are at their peak moments, all that stuff. You want to absolutely pay attention to that. Now, this next point I want to mention is something that is close to my heart. If you're looking at earning from being a communications person, you need to know this earlier enough. I wish I had someone who told me this. My life would not be where it is right now. But, anyways, I went through that so that you don't go through it anymore. I will understand the business side of speaking and event hosting. See, you have to earn. Doing endless or limitless numbers of pro bono events is not going to be at your service. Rather, it will be at your disservice. So, what do you need to do to begin to understand the business side of speaking? Have a rate card. I've been shouting it that you are a beginner event host doesn't mean that you're not going to earn from it. You can. You just need to package well and put structures in place that would help you make money from event hosting. As simple as it is, have a rate card, have an idea of what it would cost to engage your service. I have a video on Instagram that talks about that, right? So your service charge, your outfits, makeup for the ladies, your logistics, brand representation, the brand representation, color theme. If it's an event that has a color theme, you know that you need to get outfit in the color theme. Do you get what I mean? So these are the important points you need to note, to include the cost you need to note and include in your rates card. And then when anybody reaches out to you to host an event, you already ask the important question like, where is the event happening, the venue of the event, the duration, who are the speakers. Then the next point of conversation is your rates card. Have that conversation and see what they say. Sometimes they will tell you they can pay, and other times some people walk away. Be comfortable with people walking away because the truth is, not everybody is going to be your client, and be okay with that. The final point I'm going to mention is I will invest in mentorship and learning. See, to get to the next phase of your career as a communications person, you need mentorship. Knowledge is what gives you the edge above other people. So you need knowledge, information that is going to really, really help you get ahead. I recently paid for a training with Joyce Daniels, and those trainings are not cheap. Getting access to rooms like that are very important because there's certain information that you would get from attending trainings like that you wouldn't get just by your own experience. It would kind of shorten your journey of going through certain things. They would share their challenges with you. Do you get what I mean? Now, if you're looking to get trained or looking to get knowledge or a body of information that is going to be personalized and custom made for you to understand your journey, this is where one-on-one coaching session with Dimio Isabu comes in. you can send a DM or send me a message or make a comment that you're interested in a coaching, one-on-one coaching session, and I will send you details of how to book a session and we'll get started on that, because your journey as a communications expert and as a career person who is starting out in event hosting needs you to invest in this. And don't worry, it's something that is affordable, well affordable for you, and I'm sure that it's going to be a worthy investment, because I'll walk you through, I would listen to your journey thus far and listen to the burning questions in your heart and as well just answer them. If you're watching this in 2020 and beyond, and you're thinking about starting event hosting, this is your sign. You don't need connection, perfection, or confidence. You build those along the way. What you need is clarity, consistency, and the willingness to keep showing up. If this video helped you, like, subscribe, and comment. Then let me know in the comments, what types of events would you be hosting and what are the questions about event hosting you have. Just maybe I'll make a video about it. Remember, event hosting is not just about being loud, it's about being excellent. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.